Hey guys, sorry. It's crazy over here. So we'll wait a couple minutes and see if anybody else pops on, but then I'll just dive in because who knows if I will get called away again. Eli was saying something and I felt so bad. I can't figure out. I still don't know what he's saying. And it was so frustrating for him and he's so upset. And he was like compulsively shaking and like, I have no clue what he's asking for. I have no clue what he's saying. It's not a toy. It's not a movie. I'm like, I can't even figure it out. So he's hopefully come upstairs right now. So I apologize. He just was not a one-man ordeal. So see if anybody comes on because I'm late, which stinks.
Guys, I'm just doing dinner. I almost forgot, to be very honest about this, but Krista, you reminded me when you said you were going to be late, actually.
All right.
So I'll be listening.
Sure. No worries, girl. All right. So I guess show of hands since it's mute or in the chat since the four of us are on, were any of you on the Rock Solid team call last night? Okay. Good. So this is kind of new information for you, or not really new information. I'm sure a lot of it is what you already know. But I want to point out a couple of things with this launch. First and foremost, this program launches on December 1st or December 4th, but it is not, just like any other launch, it is not the be-all, end-all at the end of the 4th if you do not have anybody sign up. This is a program that's going to be revolutionary. People love Shaun T. He is such a motivator. He's one of our most, tenured trainers. He's such a household name, more so than any other trainer that we have, that this is really, the launch day is just the beginning. It's really like a 6-month process. So keep that in mind, because I feel like I've heard a lot of people already saying like they feel so behind for this launch. And I don't really think there's any such thing right now as being behind, because like I said, that's just the beginning. And I'm going to kind of talk to you about the different phases of this launch, so to speak, and why it really is like a 6-month process that could really impact your business. Launches are super exciting. And if you're excited about it and you're sharing it and you're sharing your journey and the journey of others, you are going to get people excited and continue to be excited about it. And you can really capitalize on this to help a lot of people and also really move your business forward if you're willing to put in the work and do that. So I bumped a post today that said there is a launch day guide in one of our posts in Rise Up Empire. And so many of you may not even know, and this is recording, so I'm kind of talking to the bigger population because I'll post this, but so many of you may not even know that guide's even there. If you haven't taken a look at it, you need to take a look at it. You need to own this launch. We can each help each other out, but you yourself need to know where you can find some of the answers to your questions so that as a team and as a leader, you can help other people find those answers too. So this launch guide has a lot of answers about T20, Transform 20. It has invite scripts for people who don't even have BOD, or what if they have BOD but no Shaco, or they have BOD and they have Shaco, how you're going to help them. And it has invite scripts, but then when they say this, how can you respond? So really pay attention to that. Get familiar with the FAQs. It is really easy to message a thread and say, hey, can you tell me the answer to this? But try to find the answer yourself so that you can then post it on our team page so that you can help other people too, or jump on live chat. Kelly was awesome. She jumped on live chat today because we were talking about, that we're going to have a lot of people who have their BOD renewing, and can they cancel that and buy a challenge pack? And is there any lag time? And that was really helpful, and the answer is yes, they can cancel, and there should not be, for the majority, there should not be a lag time. You should be able to send them the link pretty quickly, relatively quickly, and get that set up. But remember, you guys, just with any other launch, there's going to be bumps. There's going to be things that, don't happen like it should be. Your reaction is how your customers are going to react. So if you're complaining about it and you're frustrated, they're going to be frustrated. So try to keep that in mind. It happens all the time. And I will say that is another really good reason for, getting people set up on December 1st or 4th or as soon after that as possible, so that by the time the program actually launches, those kinks are all worked out. I think we've learned, a lot of times I think I felt this way, the program doesn't actually launch till January 14th. So how the heck do I get people pumped up in December to purchase that when they still have to wait? And I'm going to talk about how you can get them pumped up. But I think we've learned a lot about launches as a company. And, I was not a coach when 21 Day Fix Extreme, I think it was, launched. It was either 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. I was not a coach, and they didn't have enough product. They didn't expect the demand that was out there. And so people were not getting their challenge packs, which was the DVDs and all that, for like 4 or 5 weeks. Like, it was huge. It was like, this huge back order. And so now as a company, we're like, okay, well, let's step back. Let's release this 5 or 6, let's do a pre-release for, 4 or 5, 6 weeks out, so that we know by the time that's launched, everybody's going to have their product. So it's actually very smart. And so there's a couple things that they've done to help you help people sooner, so that they can see that there's no need to wait until January 14th. And it's actually probably not in their benefit. But I'm going to talk about all the different phases of this launch. But first, some important dates, and you'll find this in the launch group. You guys, I went to the FAQs this afternoon, and I typed in Transform 20, and everything you want to know is in there. Everything. That's where I got a ton of answers to different questions, and hopefully I can provide you with some of those, but make sure that you're getting familiar with them yourself. So next Monday, December 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Shaun T is doing a live call. And so I believe that's with Lori Megan's Courtney Success Club partner, with Rock Solid and a few other teams. But Shaun T himself will be on a live call for us on December 3rd at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I know that's a hard time. That's a hard time for us too. But how cool will it be to hear from Shaun himself? Then December 4th, that very next day, is when the pre-sale begins. And I have this all written down, so that's why I'm kind of looking over here. So December 4th is when that pre-sale begins. December 11th, 2 prep workouts and an additional free sample workout is going to be released. There's like a Transform in 10 and a Transform in 15. So he has really put together a hybrid calendar. So I posted a couple days ago a hybrid calendar of how to get ready for Shaun T, and I posted a new one today. That new one is the one that I will be committing to. I wrote this down. What am I doing now? Where did I write this down? Did I not write it down? I'll count back. So I'm going to count 4 weeks back. It's a 4-week calendar. So it's from January 14th. I'm going to count 4 weeks back, and that's really when I am going to start that 4-week calendar. And so what's really cool is the hybrid calendar. If you take a look at that one that I posted today, it includes not only his current workouts, but it includes those prep workouts. So it includes those free preview ones that they're going to get almost automatically when they purchase their pack. So in order to do that hybrid calendar, and this is how you can talk about it with people, you need those free workouts. And it is geared towards preparing you for the actual program, which is really neat. So yes, you have this delay, but just like Lift 4 and just like 80 Day Obsession, they're going to give you workouts and give you a calendar so that you can start preparing for that. January 8th, so a week before the actual launch, the nutrition plan is going to be released online. So like 80 Day Obsession, people were like, what's the nutrition plan like? Everybody was really stressed about it. And I felt like we're left in the dark for a little bit longer. A full week ahead of time, the nutrition plan will be launched, and we will be able to help our challengers get started. This is going to be a new group in the new year. So last 30 will be over. We can decide do we want to do a, this is a conversation for a later day, but do we want to do just a T20 group, or do we want to do a, just do one general challenge group? But we're going to have to really make sure that we're getting people prepped and ready for that launch once the nutrition plan comes out. All of us as coaches have to band together and take responsibility for that, because again, if we get them excited and we get them ready, they are going to be excited and they're going to see results, and that's going to play into the different phases of this launch. So again, I wrote down, why wait till December, or why buy on December 4th and not wait, or there shortly after? Number one, the Sanford workouts with the hybrid calendar, and this is where I wrote it down. So starting December 17th is when I will start that calendar, and I will be talking about that with people now and into the launch group, how I'm going to start that, and how I want them to do that with me. And they will need to have their pack purchased so that they can get some of those workouts. You guys, the hybrid calendar, I mean, we know Shaun T's workouts. They're crazy. They're amazing. So regardless if it's a full program or a hybrid calendar, you have 4 weeks to get a transformation from that hybrid calendar. But then you can say, look, I've only done a couple of these workouts. I haven't even done the real thing. I've just doing the preview workouts, and it's legit. So that 4-week period allows people to already start getting a transformation prior to the launch of the program. It's not like they're waiting for the 14th to hit and they're just gonna like loosey-goosey, spend that month like maybe reining in their nutrition and maybe working out. No, they're gonna dive in with us. We're gonna help them with their nutrition, and we're gonna help them understand the hybrid calendar. And they're already gonna start seeing results prior to even starting this program, which is really cool. So keep that in mind, because you can talk to them about that when they're wondering, well, why do I want to purchase now versus and waiting till the 14th. So there's 5 different phases of this program. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so feel free to either unmute yourself or to just jump on over here. But there's 5 different phases of this launch. Number 1, the first phase is the launch or the early access, right? So meaning the launch of the program on January 14th for those who have decided to get early access. And I know that there's been some talk about like, well, I'm really not comfortable with that because BOD, you're supposed to just get everything, and people are giving me kind of slack on why do I have to purchase something else? You guys, they've done this to help us as coaches, because back when I was a coach, when I first started and Kelly first started and Amanda, like there was BOD, but nobody used BOD, and you only got on BOD what CD workouts you already purchased, what CDs you purchased. And so when they went to all access, there was no reason for people to put more skin in the game and to, really come back to their coach and ask for additional support. And so this allows us to do that. So be confident in that. It is okay that we're asking them to invest in another program. That's okay. So that's that launch, and the early access is phase 2 or phase 1. Then moving into phase 2. This is where you, launch and early access for phase 1 is when you first purchase it and you get those free sample workouts. And then phase 2 is when you've now gotten a transformation from your hybrid calendar, and your coaches have gotten a transformation, your customers have gotten a transformation. So first you were sharing and you were getting people purchased on December 4th. Then they did that 4-week program, hybrid calendar, and now phase 2 begins, because now you've got something new to talk about. Shaun T's program hasn't even come out yet, and I have helped people get these amazing results by following his preview workouts. And so that's why you really want to commit yourself, and you want to get results, and you want to help your challengers get results as well. So that when phase 2 hits, you can say, all right, crew, let's get started. Look at what this is doing. You may have missed the boat back in December, but now's your time to try it again. Then phase 3 is actual launch day on December 14th. This will be, sorry, I'm just going to switch my view real quick. There we go. So the actual launch day on January 14th. And again, you're going to pump people up for the launch day. You should be talking about it in your social media, talking about it on your stories, how excited you are, how, talking about different aspects of the programs, doing it daily, and talking about how your performance line is helped you see great results in the hybrid calendar, but it's going to help you with the intensity of the program. You're going to need that muscle recovery. You're going to need that energize and your Shakeology to really fuel your body right. So that's kind of phase 3, talking about the actual launch and launching it. Phase 4 comes after you and your customers have completed that 6-week program. So that's another time where you're going to start talking about it again, because now you've got results to share. And you can invite to it again. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but I think what a lot of people saw is after 80-day obsession, when we started round 2, people saw us go through it. They saw the results that we had. They saw just how doable it was. And then they wanted to jump on board too. Same thing's going to happen with T20, but you've got to make sure that you yourself are on your journey and that you're helping your customers too. That's so important. I heard of a book the other day, a while ago, and I haven't read it yet, but it's I did download it on my Audible because it's something I really want to read and something I'm going to focus on in 2019, especially early on. And it's called something like, I'm going to screw it up, but like Hug Your Customers. So, we've talked about the experience that we've given them before. And I would say for T20, you want to make sure you're showing up. You're showing up on your stories more than just your workouts. You're showing up on your social media, and you're showing up on our challenge groups as a whole and as a team, helping them get results, because your results and the results that you help your customers get are what is going to grow your business. You cannot make anybody stay on track. We know that. You cannot. But you can keep showing up in their life and being a constant presence, because I can't tell you how many times people are like, thank you so much for, always checking in on me, even though I may not be doing things, because when I'm ready, I want to. And they're still referring you to other people. So keep that in mind. That first round, you're going to be on display. People are wanting to know. They're skeptical of 20 minutes. And they want to know, is it working? Not only for her, but for her coaches and for her customers. So again, phase 4 starts when you start to have those results, and then you can share that. And then phase 5 is when it actually loads on BOD. And I believe that's going to be in, I want to say April. I forgot to look up that exact date, but it loads on BOD for all other people who did not purchase that early access. And again, that's when you can talk about it and say, oh my gosh, look, you're going to get it and you don't have to pay anything extra, and now we've done 2-3 rounds of it, and here are the results for people who I have shared. Last night on the team call, they talked a lot about curiosity marketing and creating hype. Be very careful in the wording in your post. You can say things like 20-minute workouts, different workout every day, using your body resistance, using a step, but be very careful not to say Transform 20, because anybody can go and purchase Transform 20 and then they're on somebody else's team, and you kind of missed your opportunity there. So again, creating that constant excitement is really important. And when I heard them break down that phase, like the 5 different phases, it made me even more excited for it, because I think sometimes we get really deflated after a launch day because we think we're going to have all these people purchase and then they don't, or we only have 2 when we thought we were going to have 6, and we feel like a failure. And again, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. What you're doing now, especially with this launch, you guys, it's January is going to come, and we always know people need us in January. So it was not an accident that this amazing Shaun T program not only was launching the pre-launch in December, which is typically a pretty hard month to get people to commit. So not only is that coming in December, it's kind of smart of the company, but then in January when it's actually launched and people are looking for a solution, they want something different. And Shaun T can be that person for a lot of people. I think that this program is going to really help with coach recruitment as well, because I think people are going to join possibly as challengers and get on our challenge group. We're going to help them see results, and they're going to fall in love with Shaun T. People just fall in love with him, a little different than even like Joel. I mean, Joel's good looking and all, but let's be honest, he's not the best motivator, whereas Shaun T is awesome. And if we can do our job as coaches in our challenge group and provide them a really great experience, I think it has the potential to really allow us to grow our team of rockstar coaches, which is really cool. The step reward, I want to touch on this because I think there was some confusion on the step award. And I know I was even confused. If you earn 1 Success Club point in November, you are guaranteed a step if you purchase your bundle December 4th through the 11th. So December 4th through the 11th, you have to purchase your bundle and you're guaranteed to get a step because they will sell out. These steps will sell out, and that's okay. If they sell out and your customer can't get one, do not get frustrated with them. they can purchase one off Amazon. It's going to be okay. But that's another marketing tool. They will sell out. So if they want this T20 step, they need to purchase early. But you are guaranteed to get a step, but you have to purchase it. So you have to purchase a bundle or a pack that includes a step. And if you got that successful point, you are guaranteed one. Just like with 80 Day Obsession and with Shift Shop and with Lift 4, there is an exclusive coach test group. So I know so many of us were a part of Autumn's coach test group, and it was huge. There was some negativity in the feed, and because of that, I know for myself, I didn't necessarily advertise other exclusive coach test groups with the release of new programs, because I felt like what I was sharing with people was not really the experience that they're getting. However, again, I think they've learned from that. You know, the coach test groups that have come since then, so specifically like Shift Shop, they've really kind of streamlined it. So, you know, people can't post in the thread and the trainers are really present. I think this one is going to be unlike any other. It's Shaun T. Like, how cool to be in this exclusive coach test group with Shaun T. Not only is he going to give you motivation and tips on your business. Hey, Chris Sabak. But not only...
He said, "What's up?" I have you guys all over the place. I'm doing the dishes. I haven't even eaten yet. My food's cold.
Not only is Shaun T going to give us motivation and tips for the program and how to get results, but this test group specifically, he's going to talk about how to run your business. He's going to talk about how to run effective challenge groups and how to help your clients get results. So it's really a cool combination of not just being a challenger, but him helping you be a better coach, which I think is really cool. That group will open January 7th and it will run till February 23rd. They must purchase some type of bundle, a challenge pack, a completion pack, an accessory pack, any of those work, but they also must sign up to be a coach. So that is going to be extremely important. And it's a way, honestly, it's a really good opportunity to be in a group with Shaun T and have him live at your fingertips while you're going through the program. And so if I were you, I would be talking that up left and right. Who cares if they're a discount coach? There are a place for discount coaches in your business. My downline is made up of probably 45 discount coaches, right? So there is going to be a need for that. But these are people that also, when they're in there with him, may decide, hey, this is really for me. I want to stick around. So that is an awesome opportunity for you to help people get results and also move your business forward as well. If you have goals of rank advancement and you have goals of building your team. When I have somebody who signs up like that, I treat them as a challenger too, right? Like I treat my coaches as challengers right off the bat. And I think if you do that too, and you walk around alongside them, it will be okay. That's a really cool opportunity. Like I said, I know that I have not really advertised those coach test groups in a while, but this will be one that for sure I will be advertising. Just a heads up overall, when you're talking to your current customers, but also your coaches, reach out to your coaches and make sure that they know what's going on. Just because they're in Rise Up Empire does not mean that they necessarily know what's going on, but check your bot subscription. When does that renew? Would it be better for you to cancel your bot subscription and buy a challenge pack right off the bat? Because it's going to be cheaper when you bundle it all together. Or is it smart to cancel your Shakeology for that month of January or for that month of December and purchase a completion pack? That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably be purchasing a completion pack. So, make sure that you're passing on those ideas to not only your current coaches, but also your customers, because we want to let them save money. And so if they're already on technology, but wanting to get in on this,
That was the only thing that ever works.
there's no need to do each of them separately. Amanda, any word on $20 getting extended? So I had really high hopes for that. And I'm going to check my email for the Diamond newsletter as we speak. It usually doesn't come out till like the 30th or the 31st. I did have really high hopes for that. However, if you look in Rise Up Empire, we have the graphics for the completion pack and the challenge pack. Those aren't discounted. So I
gotta get some more.
It makes me think that they're not going to be, just because like those are corporate graphics. Like, are they going to create, like, are they just doing that to like hold us in suspense? Now the 3-day refresh challenge pack will be discounted through December until supplies last. So keep that in mind. But I don't know if the rest of it will be $20 off. So our launch group right now, you guys, there's not a lot going on. I'm really waiting for the Rock Solid launch group, and then I'm sharing information over. So we have some before and after pictures. Courtney went live today, and it allowed me to share it to our group. But I don't know if it's showing up for everybody. So I don't know if you have to like be friends with her or not, but if you could check in our launch group and see if you can see that video. Somebody posted that they can't see it. So if that's the case, I'll just take it off. It's okay. It's not necessary. It's not like, it was a good video, but it's not something that like I would rather take it off if most people can't see it. Content will start to get uploaded. Get them in there now. They can get in there now, and just tell them to hang tight. If Courtney doesn't start posting the content in the Rock Solid one, I'll just start posting in there pretty soon. But we still have some time before that's, absolutely mandatory. But you should be inviting and talk to all of your current customers. That's who you should be starting with, to be honest, the people who already know and trust you. And then you should be breadcrumbing it in your social media and asking people to join your free informational group. Just get them in the group, and then you can connect with them from there. But that we are going to start that. So just kind of be patient on when that information will start to be uploaded in there. I'm assuming it'll start tomorrow since they did the live video today. But you just have to get people in there, and once they're in there, you can share. But start with your current customers. That's probably where I would recommend beginning. We should be creating hype in our current challenge group about it. We should be getting excited because I, for one, am excited about it. So kind of sharing different things. We can start sharing even some before and after pictures in there so that people can see those. Any other suggestions and ideas people have to make this a really successful launch, please feel free to shoot them my way, because we can all learn together, and we can all take responsibility for this launch as leaders, and getting this program in the hands of as many people as we can. All right, questions?
When do I get to meet Autumn?
Chris Daback, do you have questions?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, well, I heard him talking.
I wasn't muted, you guys.
I didn't hear what he said.
What?
I didn't hear what he said, but I heard him talk. Is he like whispering?
He said, my question is, when do I meet Autumn?
When do you meet Autumn? Well, when you come to Summit in Indianapolis this summer.
Right.
I'm in.
Or the next Super Saturday, maybe.
Wait, why didn't you go to Super Saturday when she was in Boston?
Right? I went.
Right?
How about that? Somebody's got to watch the kids.
Right.
That's what grandparents are for.
All right.
I'm sorry. You guys hear Muppet Babies and me chewing? I didn't even realize I wasn't muted.
It's okay. It wasn't really that loud. You're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? All right. I would really just ramp up the stories, make a presence on social media, and then just start breadcrumbing it. And don't get discouraged by December 4th if that comes and goes and you don't even have one person sign up. Remember, you are literally, these conversations you are having now, I have a goal of myself to make 100 new connections this month alone in December, because those are the people I'm going to be talking to in January. And just remember that what you're doing now, a lot of times right now in November and December, people slow down. It's a known fact that coaches slow down. They're like, I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to wait till January because it's the holidays, things are busy. And you know what? January 1st is going to come and everybody's going to have these New Year's resolutions. So I can just kind of take the back seat right now because people are going to come to me in January. No, it's the exact opposite. Because if you take the back seat and you slow down, they're going to go to somebody else who didn't. And so it is even more important right now to be on your own journey, which is why I'm trying to talk a lot about nutrition in our current challenge group, because that's where I'm really struggling. So it's for me to be on my own journey, for you all to be on your own journey, and to be sharing that authentically a lot. Because come January 1st, they're going to see you. But if you slow down right now, you're not doing yourself any favors, because they're just going to go to that person who did not slow down. So do not, I promise you, what you're doing now, even if it doesn't feel like it's paying off sometimes, come January 1st, when those people are ready, they're going to want to join you. So, all right, team. Next Wednesday night is team call, and we're going to start talking about our goals for the new year. We're not going to wait until January 1st to start talking vision boards and goals for the new year. We are going to start, the year's not over, right? It's not. But why not start working towards next year's goals come Wednesday? So we're going to start focusing on what we want as a team and what we're really going to do to change some lives. So, all right, guys, do you want to get a picture? Kelly, put that salad in your mouth. I'm just kidding. All right, here you go. 1, 2. Kelly, you always have such good pose. All right, sorry I was so late.
Did you want Chris in the picture, Krista?
Yeah, for sure. Does he look like Autumn?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
No, it's Joel Freeman back there.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
All right.
How have his workouts been going?
Are you talking to Chris?
Yeah.
Going great. 4.
4. You said 4.
Hey, it's better than 0.
It is. It's a start, right? When you were
It
just
is.
talking about getting transformations and sharing your transformations, I said, geez, I'm still waiting to share my husband's transformation.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to do that? Someday, guys. Someday.
Chris Saback, will you jump in on the hybrid calendar? Will you
He
be
still
our-
has a shoulder, though.
Oh, yeah.
really
that's
Say
probably
that. Will
why.
you join us in
Like,
Zoom in the
we talk
morning?
to people a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need like a Rise Up Empire, like male transformation. And since Dan Hunt won't let me share any of his, oh, Mike Biscaglia lets us share.
My hubby and him are doing the same program right now.
But Mike
What
lets
are
you
they?
share.
Body Beast?
Hybrid calendar of body beast.
Yeah, Dan created this magical calendar.
Yeah, supposedly.
But at least Mike lets you share.
Yeah, he
Yes,
does
here.
once in a
Hey,
while.
Dan. Or no?
I shared Ed's containers once.
He does once in a while.
Yeah,
Now
you did.
nutrition with my hubby, not so much.
I know. Dan's probably waiting for me to get off this call so we can have his ice cream.
Oh, I can hear my husband. He's already making food downstairs. And I know it's not, the hubby. He's in my room.
All right.
Oh, Nancy.
All right, guys, we literally have 2 days left in the month, right? Tomorrow and Friday. I am helping one more person in this month, and I challenge you all to do the same. Amanda helped 2 people, get them started, let's put them in our group. And you guys, last 30-day Fit Club. So I'm going to change the name of the group. We're going to say, obviously keep the same group, but I'm going to change the name of the group probably tomorrow. And I'm going to start putting my people in there tomorrow and Friday. And so we can kind of like revamp that with the last 30 days and make sure since the posts are kind of just the daily check-in posts, I'll be making sure that I get my people started right. So you're going to want to make sure that you're prepping your people too in advance and kind of holding their hand a little bit until they get started and going. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. See you guys.
Good night, ladies.
Bye. Thanks.